as a content creator, I mean, I've created content for about 3, 4, 5 years, and I'm sure we all know that content, when it comes to content, it's not just video content. Content can be in different forms, and over time, I've realized that a number of us struggle with a lot of things. And in my slide here, I jotted like three profound things that I've seen that content creators struggle with. So I said number one is many content creators struggle with reinventing the wheel every time they post. Number two, re-engaging their current audience. So you have like an active community, or you're already building a community. So a lot of content creators have issues and re-engaging their community, or even attracting new followers. And low conversion. So in terms of followers, maybe your content isn't really doing well, or maybe you put out a digital product and it's not really doing well, even if it's free. I've had a number of times where I talk to other content creators and they're like, I want to start selling digital products. I even decided to start putting out free products. So there's this strategy that content creators do when they want to make money. They know that the end goal of this content creation is for me to make money. So they will start by sharing free resources. They will do ebooks and just share free stuff and tell people to download. You want to buy from them, right? So I feel like a lot of content creators struggle with like low conversion in terms of having sales, even email sign up, or getting conversion for their digital products. Okay. So you might want to ask, what is a signature series? I'm sure that you probably have an idea about it, but for the purpose of this masterclass or this session, what is a signature series? So instead of just telling you what a signature series is, I want to start by telling you what a signature series is not. So the first one is, a signature series is not a random set of posts. A signature series is not a loosely recurring theme with no purpose. A signature series is not just maybe a random hashtag or a random idea that is being used inconsistently. And a signature series is not a single video that is overloaded with too many ideas or too many concepts. Now, think of a content piece that you've created, like since you began your creator journey, that felt scattered in your head. And this is a rhetorical question. Why do you think it didn't do well, or it didn't stick, or it didn't convert, or people didn't just, let me just say, people didn't just vibe with that content? So just think of it and think of the answer. So what is a signature series? I've told you a signature series is not this, is not that. So what is a signature series? A signature series is a 3+ episodes sharing a common theme or a topic. That's how I see a signature series. It is structured consistently, with each episode evolving while having a familiar flow. So I'm sure we've seen like people post, even fashion content creators, they will come out maybe during December period, they will come out and say, oh, I'm going to be creating 12 days of Christmas outfits. And some way or one way or the other, they always flow into each other. There's a consistent flow. They put out those content consistently, and there's a consistent flow of those videos. So they are always evolving while following a familiar flow. Do you get it? They didn't come out to say, oh, I want to do a 12 days of Christmas outfits, and they're just wearing disoriented outfits all through the 12 days. So it's designed to create recognition, obviously to provide value and engagement. Even if it's not a signature series, I want to believe as a content creator, whatever piece of content you are putting out there, you're not doing it to just rage bait people. You're not doing it to just, you're not just posting for posting sake. This thing that they always say, that posting every day is not bad, but when you're posting without a strategy, then that is bad. So a signature series is geared towards creating recognition, so that when you see something, you're like, oh, this is the selling video, oh, this is a Jumoke video, and this video or this content is valuable, and you find it very engaging. So I want to believe that for every piece of content that you put out there is a goal. You want your content to be engaging. Even your caption, there should be CTAs. Even after you've put out one of the best content out there, I don't expect you to just post it randomly, or just post it without a good caption, without a good CTA that will get your audience to engage. Fine, some videos might not even really need to do all of that, plenty things, and people will still engage. But as an experienced content creator, I expect that when you put out your content, you also put out your CTA and say, oh, let me know if you've ever felt this way. Let me know if this resonates with you. Let me know if you'll be trying out this piece of advice I've given you, maybe in this my series. So moving on, I want to say, you told what the signature series is, but is it very important? Like, do you think it is? I mean, will it be beneficial to me as a content creator? Or can't I just randomly post my content? I mean, I'm full of ideas. Like, do you think this signature series would be beneficial to me anyway? The answer is yes. Now, why or what are the benefits of your signature series? Now, your signature series breaks down big ideas into digestible micro content. So this is how I see a signature series. A signature series is like, you know, those Netflix movies that you watch that they are broken into episodes. So you have episode 1, you have episode 2, you have episode 3. Do you get, like, when you watch King of Boys episode 1, you are so excited, you want to watch episode 2, you want to know where the movie is leading you to. Do you get? That's how your signature series is supposed to be. When you come out and tease people and say, oh, today I'm going to be creating bite-sized video content, things like that. I'm going to be creating content for the next 40 days. I'll be telling you guys how you can create content very well with CapCut. So let me give you a backstory. um I last year September, I said, oh, I wanted to start. I was good with creating content, but I'd never, like, people don't really know me so well with creating content. Do you get? So I came out on Twitter and I said, oh, I want to put out a 7 days video content. So it's called bite-sized video content. That's my own signature series where I'll be sharing like quick information that you can get that can help you create better content. So the idea was for me to, so you know, content creation is very big. Video content creation is like, I feel like the knowledge is never ending. Do you get? But as opposed to maybe making a 1 minute video and coming to compress everything in one video, I said, oh, for the next 7 days, I'll be breaking these ideas bit by bit, bit by bit, bit by bit. Do you get? So the idea, the benefit is that you're able to break down big ideas into digestible micro content. So today, if I come out and say, oh, for the next 7 days, I'm going to be teaching you guys how you can be a master or how you can master the use of CapCut, you want to follow me because today I'll drop one 30 seconds video. Tomorrow I'll tell you, oh, I'm going to be teaching you how to do this. Or if you don't know, or tell me video ideas that you like me to create. You want to come back to my page tomorrow because I've created a 30 seconds video that is short, very catchy, and you've gotten the information or it's very knowledgeable. You want to come back tomorrow because I'm going to be sharing another piece of information that is bite size that you can easily digest, you can easily get, you can easily know how to use CapCut in just very few seconds or very few minutes. Now you avoid overstuffing videos. So instead of you creating, like, long form content are good, but I feel like short form content like signature series will perform better than your very large volume videos that you are overstuffing a lot of information with. So I was watching a YouTube video yesterday, and the guy was, I didn't even know the video was 45 minutes. So I do this thing where every day I learn how to use CapCut. I just do 10 minutes, just 10 minutes every day. I feel like that's a better way for me to become better as a content creator. I don't believe in, I need to do, and I'm not saying this is not a good way, but for me, this is what I feel like would work right now. So I said every day I will do 10 minutes on how to learn how to use CapCut, like really in-depth stuff. And then the guy started the whole tutorial and he was like, oh, this is a very long video. I advise that you clear your schedule, do everything. I'm not like, long video, okay. I'm looking for a bite size, like something that I want to be able to not go through a day and not learn something about video editing. So I now checked. I saw that video was 45 minutes. I was like, I don't think I have that 45 minutes. I have other things I want to go and do. Like, I feel like I just want something that is bite sized. Do you get? So I'm not saying that is wrong, but all I'm just trying to say is that signature series are better as opposed to having like longer videos that they are overstuffing with a lot of things. Today they, like, in 10 minutes they've taught you like 5 things. The next 20 minutes they taught you like 100 things. It's just overstuffing and it's just overload. So if you are with me, just react with an emoji. Let me know that you are still with me. Thank you very much, Sophia. Thank you, Jumoke. Now they boost, makes repurposing content easier, and they boost discoverability through algorithm recommendation. So if the algorithm knows that, oh yes, this person is already churning out content about these things, it's just easy. Like, you see that, oh, maybe on your FYP they will suggest your video more to other people, like maybe content creation. Sorry, I'm using content creation or video content creation. So it converts casual viewers into followers or subscribers. And since I started doing my bite-sized video content, my followers have grown even beyond doing the whole what's it called, faces art. So one thing I always check with my video, once I post my video and after 24 hours, I go and check how many people have saved my video. I'll see that, oh, 15 people have seen my video today. It means that people are finding this video helpful. It means that, and it's encouraging me to also like dish out more content, to also learn more stuff so I can put out more content. So since I started doing my bite-sized video content, since I started doing my faces art content, I even started another series last week called On the House. So you know how people say they want to do something for you, or you go to a restaurant and you say, I want to buy something, and they say, oh, don't worry, it's on the house. Like, don't worry, like they'll be the ones to pay for it. So that is the name of that is how I was able to derive the signature series for the name for my new signature series, whereby you don't have to pay me or buy my products or give me money or pay for consultation. Like I'm sharing free resources to you for free because it's on the house. Do you get? So I started that last week. So every Thursday, I'm going to be sharing like new video content ideas for business owners. I did the first one last week. So you can convert casual viewers into followers or your subscribers. It nurtures existing audience while introducing your brand to new viewers. So people that be following you, have you ever heard this thing where people say, oh, if you're following some people and you know that they're always making you to maybe sin, or they're always making you to gossip, or they're not even giving you any value, like just unfollow them. Have you had situations like that? Like if you can relate to what I just said, just raise your hand up. Have you ever heard things like that? Just unfollow this proof you're not getting any value. So I want to believe that as a content creator and someone who's building in public and putting yourself out there, your followers should not feel that way. They should be able to remember something and say, this babe and her content, she's always this signature series. I find it very helpful. I want to keep following her because I know that once I come across her tweets, once I come across her next video, it's going to be very valuable to me. Do you get? So your followers are not saying this girl safe today she's dancing on TikTok. Tomorrow she's telling us her family problem. Well, let me just unfollow her. That she's not giving me any value. So it supports the lead generation, digital product or services. So tomorrow, if people know that yes, you're a thought leader, you can easily come out and say, "Oh, I want to sell my product for 100K. I want to start selling digital products," because you've been able to establish yourself as a thought leader or as an expert in that field. And I also want to say that if you say you're going to start a signature series, please follow it to the end. If you say you're going to do 100 days, please follow it to the end. How people will be able to trust you and follow you through thoroughly and not lose enthusiasm is when you say, I'm going to do 7 days, stick to that 7 days. I said that to say this. Don't say you do 7 days challenge and you post for 4 days. The next time we'll see your post again will not be in December when you say, oh, sorry guys, I have another series I want to create. No. Be consistent. Be consistent with it. Follow through every single day. Like you don't necessarily have to come out and say, I want to do 30 days. It's even better when you are posting every day, every day, every day, every day, every day, every day, like back to back. It, obviously, I don't want you to be burnt out, but it is better for you to have like a consistent pattern of posting as opposed to you post this month. Then we will not see you again. We've forgotten about you. We will not see your content. And tomorrow, you not say, hi guys, I'm sharing 5 ways to. Please don't do that. Don't come out and make an announcement video. You make us all excited to say, I'm going to be sharing content on doing this. And then we will not see you again. Like, don't come and ginger us and say you want to give us free content. And I'm not going to see your posts ever again. Don't do that. Ensure that you have a consistent pattern of posting so that tomorrow and one thing that will help you if you want to create a signature series is if you say, I'm going to be expect my next YouTube video or expect my next Instagram post or obviously whatever video platform you're using. Say, oh, expect it by 12 p.m. tomorrow. Let me see. Like, I go and check your page, Daniel. 12 p.m. tomorrow, I'm seeing that post on your page. Maybe even if there's any inconsistency, oh, sorry guys, I'm having issues in my network, But don't always have issues with your network every day. I want to follow you and ensure that once I put on my top post notification by 12, you posted that video, you posted that series, so that I'll not lose interest in it. Good. So I wrote down a couple of notes here. So you might also want to say that, just like I said, a signature series makes it easier to stretch your ideas. You can even repurpose your content, and it also helps your algorithm, like I said. And a signature series, just like I said before, is like a 3 or more episodes sharing a common theme, or you're sharing a particular topic that ties all of them together. So let me use the office where I work. I started a series called like a founder-led marketing series. When I joined the team, I realized that they've never done founder-led marketing before. So I said, I talked to my boss who is the CEO, and I said, let's create a series whereby once every week, we post a video about you talking about the brand products. And do you know that was the fastest way for us to like grow that month? So I've been posting videos. Yes, that's been getting good engagement. But the moment people started seeing our CEO, and the moment people started seeing those videos consistently, our numbers started growing. People became more interested in our products because obviously he's our boss. He's talking from a more should I say more knowledgeable aspects basically. And we were posting it once a week. We're not posting like too many of those content, but we're posting it at a particular time. I noticed that once I post those videos at that time, you see a lot of people were sharing our content, and it just helped us. It just gave us that visibility that we wanted at that time. So I just said that to buttress the former points that I made. So you might also be, let me just try to make it as snappy as possible. You might also be saying that So how do I decide what signature series to create? I'm a content creator. How do I decide what signature series to create? I'll start by saying that, sorry. Okay, how do I decide what signature series to create? You might want to say, oh, do you need to name your series or do you not need to name your series? You can name your series, but you don't necessarily need to, but you can also name your series. Now, what makes it signature can be the intro, the hook that you use, or a structure of your video. So if you check my Twitter for the on the house content that I started doing last year, I started at the beginning by saying content can be very expensive, but this one is on the house. Then at the end again, once I want to end my video, I'll say, as always, this one is on the house, which means I've given you free content and it's on the house. You don't have to pay me for it. You don't have to do anything for me. Do you get? So you can decide to have like an intro. You'll say, oh, my name is Temi Tokwe. Welcome to day 5 of my something. My name is Temi Tokwe, and today I'll be sharing. You can use that as a consistent flow of what you want to be doing. Oh, my name is Thelma, and today I'll be telling you everything that you need to know about this particular thing. Now, the more you keep saying, my name is this, my name is Temi Tokwe, my name is that, so I don't know if you know this wig vendor on Instagram that every video that she posts, she'll say, hello, my queens. I don't know if people know that vendor. She sells like some funny kind of wigs. But it got to a point where somebody just randomly posted, hello, my queens on Twitter, and I got it. I knew it was that vendor. That's the power of consistency. That's the power of using a particular thing. Something that people can easily identify you with. So just like I said, you don't need to think a name as long as the video is valuable, please. You also don't need to label it explicitly as a series. The most important thing is that you are posting consistently. You are giving us value consistently. Now, how to make it your signature brand? Now, if I want to say, oh, do I need to do this particular format or do I need to do that particular format, or the only format I need to do to make my signature series, does it have to be talking head videos? Absolutely not. Just like I said before, there are fashion content creators that come out and say, oh, guys, I'm going to be doing 12 days of Christmas outfits. That's not talking head video. So it can be any format that actually works for you, any format that you know that, yes, you're still going to be delivering results and will be getting value. So I just like I said, absolutely not. Your series can be storytelling, it can be weekly vlogs, it can be behind the scenes, it can be green screen set, or it can even be a simple text overlay or a bureau. So if you go and check some of my bite-sized content, so I started a series where I said, oh, I was going to post 100 videos related to video editing and stuff like that. Most of the video I don't sit down to talk about editing. I use some of the videos on my phone to still show people how you can use CapCut. So you don't necessarily have to use a talking head format. So once we hear signature series, they mean you have to sit down on your chair, or you have to make it look like celebs video where you put the phone on your face and you're talking about a particular thing. Absolutely not. So just like I said, many creators like fashion influencers, they share their outfit compilation or wardrobe capsules without speaking to the camera. Now, how to format your signature series. Your episode counts and is very important. A series should have multiple episodes. Just like I said, you can do 7 days challenge, you can do 30 days challenge, you can do 100 days challenge. So I'll give you a backstory and you can take it with a pinch of salt, but I just hope that you learn something from me. So last year, I know that a lot of you might be saying, signature series is a lot. I might have to be doing something. I might have to go and think about how I pay so many contents. So I remember last year in I think September, I came out and I said, oh, I'm going to do 7 days video editing challenge. And a lot of times the reason why I tweet certain things is so that I can hold myself accountable. So tomorrow you not come and I'll not tell you something and you say, it's not you that tweeted, I want to do something and you did not do it. So I like to tweet those, and I said, oh, for next 7 days I'm going to do something. I'm going to be posting about video editing. So do you know that I edited my first video? I edited it very well. I added memes, I did the transitions, I did everything. It was perfect. And I was like, this announcement video is going to bam. Everybody on Twitter is going to do so well. Do you know that video did not do well at all? Like, there were comments, people were like, we're excited, video editing, hey, this, that, everybody was talking. But the video did not do well. I was just like, this video editing my calling at all. And that's why video did not do well. Do you think people will need? Do you think people will do this? Do you think what do I want to say that people would need? I remember talking to my best friend today, and he was like, I can't believe that people are finding some of these, resources that you're sharing useful. But the thing is that if you have an idea, just do it. If you feel, oh, I want to do something, like just actually do it. There's somebody that will find that video useful. Just like I said, the video did not do well, But after that day, I didn't stop. Oh, I did my 7 days. And do you know that on the seventh day, when I said, "Oh, I'm done with my video editing stuff," 70 people started like, and now like I didn't know where the engagement came from. Everybody was like, you can't stop at 7 days. Oh, we have been following you. What do you mean you want to stop at 7 days? No, you have to give us 30 days. I was like, wait. So where were all of you before? So you guys were actually following my content. So I said that to say a lot of things. Number one, people are watching you. If you say you're going to do something, keep at it. If you have an idea, do it. Do you know that after that 7 days, and I started putting those video contents out there, I started getting more followers. I started getting people message me to say, please, oh, in fact, the video I posted today, if you check my Twitter, sorry about that. So the video I posted today was a requested video that somebody has sent to me last year. Somebody has sent me a video to say, please, how can I create this video? And I made it for them. And this is the me that I did my first video and I didn't get a lot of engagement. Do you get? So I know that engagement is very important. I said that at the beginning of this video. I know that it is very, very important. But if you not take anything out of this, please take one thing, which is consistency. If you say you're going to do your signature series, whatever I see, if you have an idea, come to you now. After this, I even expect you to start having ideas about your next signature series. I will follow everybody on this call, at least from this month, next month, I expect that you guys will put out signature series. I don't believe that you let every other thing that you wanted to do to come here and just talk and just say, okay, yes, aspire to my brand and just move. Be a ruthless executor. If there's anything you're going to do this year as a content creator, to be a ruthless executor. Like if you have an idea, put it out there. You might be saying, me, I have only 500 followers. Who will want to listen to me? I promise you, somebody will listen to you. I promise you, I will listen to you. If it's valuable, I will listen to you. You might think that, oh, maybe the not gonna be a big creator. She knows all the ideas. She'll be looking for something one day, and she'll just remember that this person started a series on how to build in public, how to be confident on the camera, and they will go and check your video. There was a time when I wanted to edit a video for a client, and I was like, oh, how do I add text at the back of an image? I just remember that I myself, I had done a tutorial on how to add text at the back of an image. So I went to check my own video. So probably, maybe even if I had not created that, I would probably just think at top of my mind, oh, who has done this video before? Who is the closest person I can think of that has created this kind of video? So don't say, oh, I have small followers. Nobody will listen to me. I bet it with you. When I started that series, I was on 1,000 something. My followers is not a lot. But right now I have 3K plus. But my impressions are crazy. I promise my impressions are very, very crazy. And I didn't think that, because I used to feel like everybody knows video editing, everybody knows how to do everything. Like, will anybody even want to listen to this my bite-sized video? And I know Tony Tokwe has started this class by saying, oh, I started the faces trend. I remember being on this space and somebody said, did you ever think that this video series was going to go viral? And I said, if I come and tell you people that, oh yes, I know, I knew how I engineered it. I knew it was going to go viral. I'll be lying to you. So somebody had invited me to come for moonshots, and the person was like, oh, can you create a couple of videos for us for moonshot? And I said yes. So I came up with 5 video ideas. The how faces art was number 1. So I said, oh, faces art will not take me time, just capture people and I will do the other videos. But I realized that that was the only video I could create that day. So I said, oh, I'll come back the next day and create my other 3 videos. So I did that video. I posted it like I think around 7 or 6 thereabout. I was going home. So if you are walking on the street, because I couldn't get an Uber, so I walked to the Chicken Republic around Adeola Odepo. So I was not really, really on my phone. But one thing I realized that I noticed that my phone just started buzzing. I was like, that was after I posted my video. I was like, what's happening? Like, what's going on? Then I saw that my video was already on 10K. I said, wait first, wait. Because that's the first time ever I would post my personal video that video would do really well. I was like, 10K, how did we get to 10K views on this video? I was like, okay, maybe once we get to 15K views, like people will not really engage. The video idea is not that important like that now. That video currently, I've even removed it as my pin tweet. That video currently is on 100K plus views. The last video I did for Adekunle Gold is on 100K plus views. And I sit down sometimes and I think about it. I'm like, do you know what it means for 100 people, 100,000 people to view your video? Like something you just thought about randomly. Like you didn't give it so much thought. You didn't sit down for days and they are planning. So I said that to say this. If you ever think of a video idea, just do it. Post your video, create your video. If you have to use B-rolls, use B-rolls. Put your audio or record your voiceover on it. You realize that once you post your first video. So when I started doing that 7 days challenge, After I done the video, I realized that, oh, I think because of Twitter, I wasn't posting on Instagram. Because of Twitter, oh, I should have a cover so that once people see my video from afar, they can just know that, oh, this is what this video is about. So I said, okay, I've created like 5 videos. My videos can be better. So I started doing covers. Then after that again, I was like, these videos, I feel like the tutorial aspects, I should put them on a template. So I once I'm done doing the edits, I do the voiceover, I take it to Canva and I put it on a phone mock-up and I post. So you will get better with time. But the worst thing that you can do to yourself as a content creator is to say, nobody will listen to me. It's to say, I don't have a good phone. I know people used to say, it's because you have this. If you have an Android, just use it. I promise you, like, just use it. The most important thing is that as you're posting, you will get better with time. You will know that, oh, I shouldn't do this. I remember last year I did a workshop for creators, and then I partnered with a phone brand. There's this girl that's been using an Android, and I'm not against people using Android. I'm not against people using Android. When I started off as a content creator, I was shooting fashion videos for a brand. I was using my iPhone 6. I don't think about it now, and I'm like, was I crazy? I was using iPhone 6 and I didn't even feel pressured. I didn't feel anything. I was even using an Android first. But I think about it, I'm like, why was I using iPhone 6 to shoot video for a fashion? And I was very confident. Like when the person reached out to me, the person was like, can you do social media and content? I said, yes, I can do it. Because I knew that I could do it. So just execute, like just execute. If you think of an idea, put yourself out there. Another thing is people used to say, I don't even understand Twitter, nobody will listen to me. Start. Like actually start. I used to tell people that to an extent the same format or the same engagement type that works on Instagram is the same type that works on Twitter. Be on Twitter, you're posting your content and you're not engaging with other people and you want your post to do well, like it's not possible, like it's not going to work. So I also want to just lastly round up by saying that two things. How do you apply your signature series? First of all, ensure that your series is solving a need. I know that, yes, maybe you are motivated after this, my whole speech and everything, and so you just want to start dishing out anyhow content. No. Ensure that your content is solving a need. People are actually interested. So what you can do is you can ask people in your audience, or you can ask people within your community. And I also want you to know that if you have one person that's always commenting on your post, you started a community already. So there's this girl that I know, her name is Rachel. When I post on my Twitter, she's always the first person that comments on my content, or my videos rather. So once you notice that one, two people are always engaging in your posts, keep at it. Always encourage them to like return the favor, comment on their posts, repost their stuff, and all of that stuff. So number one, ask questions around, oh, what do you think, what are those things that you don't like, what are those things, it can even be from your own interest. I remember when I started posting actively on Twitter was when I started feeling a bit of pressure at work. So somebody randomly made a tweet on Twitter and said, Arike, I can't wait for you to do master class. This was last year, early last year. And I was like, masterclass K, not at this point. I want to put myself out there, but I don't think I want to just open a Twitter account and just start doing masterclass and see everybody register. I have plenty of things to talk about. So I remember having a conversation in the office, and my colleague was like, I think you should start sharing the things that you are learning. So I came up with a series called Things I'm Learning, Things I Learned in Marketing Week 1. I'm currently in week 11. So every week, I would ensure that I learn something in marketing, something new in marketing every week. I'll create carousel posts, at least 5 carousel posts, and I'll post it. So I started putting it on Twitter, and I started posting it. I started posting it on Twitter week 1, and you can try it as well. Things I learned as a content creator week 1. Things I learned as a social media manager week 1. You just share information here and there, here and there. And the thing is, like I always say, you think that this information is available to everybody, but you realize that when you post your character post, you see 10 saves, you see 20 saves tomorrow, you see 30 saves tomorrow, you see 40 saves tomorrow. The saves will keep increasing. So I started the series called Things I Learned in Marketing. I didn't want to. So the reason why I didn't want to use social media or content creator was I didn't want it to be too limiting. So and I didn't. So another reason was because I was trying to brand myself as well. I didn't want people to just know me as a social media manager. I wanted to make it a bit broad because tomorrow I might be learning something in marketing that is not maybe social media inclined or content creator. That's conversation for another day. But I wanted it to look very broad. So I said, as opposed to doing things I'm learning in social media, and I'm not stopping you. If you want to create a series like that, you can. So I came up with it. I said things I learned in marketing week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5. So I said every Saturday I will post these things that I've learned all through the week, at least Monday to Friday. And I realized that not only was I sharing the things that I have learned, I was also helping other people. Another series that I also came up with on my Twitter was things you should, social media updates you should know. So I feel like in real time, so a lot of people don't really get the updates or information on a lot of social media updates in real time. So I said, oh, I can compile different updates, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and share it every Wednesday for people to know what are the latest updates. So I always do that on my Twitter. I'm even going to go back to it because so I subscribe to a lot of newsletter that do a lot of social media updates. So I compile all of them together because another thing is as a thought leader, you don't want to go and say rubbish. Before you say, Instagram has released where you can do something, something, something. Somebody will randomly come and ask you that. Or someone will go and check they'll not come and ask you that, are you sure this information is true? And I've had occasions like that. In fact, when I started doing this series, I would just post screenshots. I'll just post social media updates you should know today. So Instagram has released that. I was never lying, but somebody I know. So I follow a lot of marketers, marketers, people who do ads. Then I posted one about meta ads, and somebody said, when did this update come out? What is your source? This cannot be true. Thank God I did not lie. When I saw that, and I said, I just went to my email, took a copied the newsletter, and I just said, oh, you can find the sources here. So after that just gave me an hint that you need to be very careful with the information that you share. You need to ensure that the information is verifiable and the information is very true. So after I put my social media updates, you should know. Under it, I'll say these are my sources. So that tomorrow you not come and say, this person is a lie, this person is lying, this person is doing this. So under that thread, I'll put the sources there for you. So that I hope you I hope you've gotten that. So just like I said, it has to be solving a problem. It could be your interest, it could be other people's interest. Make sure that your series is visually and structurally signature. Today you are not using this type of font on your video or your carousel, and I say you are doing series. Today you are using Montserrat. Tomorrow you are using Poppins. Tomorrow you are using Unbounded. This thing. Let me be able to just randomly scroll and I'll just see, this is a Temitope video. The only person I used to do carousels like this can only be Temitope. This is an Adjaraz video. Even if I'm not hearing your voice, once I see the text auto captions on your video, I know that no 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 no. I've seen these videos a couple of times. I know that this has to be an Adjaraz video. So just like I said, the format can be adapted to any platform. It can be short form, can be long form. Ensure that your text overlay is nice, your storytelling is on point. I would also advise that if you are starting out as a content creator, one thing I did for myself was I follow a lot of people as well that I know that instead of me dumb scrolling on my phone, I just go and check other creators. What are creators abroad? So my LinkedIn, I follow more international social media managers, international content creators, because really and truly, sometimes even the social media updates, some of those updates have already happened abroad before they even come to Nigeria. It's just the way you see your calculator, you're like, some of these pictures in CapCut abroad and Nigeria, they are not the same thing. Do you get? So I follow a lot of international creators. I also check what are the kind of campaigns they are doing, what are the kind of videos they are creating, what kind of things they are saying. And I've never said this before. On my Twitter, I used to share memes. I used to say social media managers when they do something, and I'll put a meme there. I saw that meme style abroad. I saw a lot of social media managers do it. I was like, I think this is interesting. So I started looking for memes too. I'll put social media managers when it's Christmas time, social media managers, and people used to like it. People find it funny. So you can get inspiration from other people. You can even see somebody tweet something and you're like, oh wow, I didn't even know about this. There are some trends that I've also jumped on. It was just because I randomly took time to check my LinkedIn. I saw a lot of creators talking about certain things. And I'm just like, oh, let me jump on it. There was a time I saw a thread called there's this trend. I think it's social media youth list or something. I saw it in one of those international creators. She shared our guilt list. I was like, oh my god, I'm a social media manager and I can relate to some of these things. So I created my own guilt list. I can't really remember the name, but it's just about the things that you struggle with as a social media manager. So I created my own list. I was like, oh, I struggle with bad network. I struggle with maybe things I've struggled with, maybe like long approval processes and things like that. And the next thing was I just asked people on my Twitter, I was like, you as a social media manager or content creator, like what are those things that you also struggle with? And you You will not believe. I even posted on my LinkedIn. That post had 58K views. People were just saying, "Ah, as a social media manager, this is what I'm struggling with. Oh, as a content creator, this is what I'm struggling with. Oh." I was just like, wow, like you never can just tell. So the last thing I'll just do to wrap up is common mistakes and how to avoid them. Your signature series should be strategic. It should be recognizable. So that my on the house content, yeah, is very strategic because I have identified that, oh, this year I want to work with certain brands. So I'm trying to position myself to those kind of people. So when I'm sharing knowledge, they're like, oh yeah, this person understands what they are doing. So that might not be your goal, but you have to be very strategic. Ask yourself, oh, from this signature series, oh, I think I just want to position myself and be visible. My next signature series, oh, this is my church or church, it needs to give me more. I cannot be sharing free resources. This year, I must make money. I must put out my digital products. So you need to be very strategic. Ask yourself. So now I'm going to do 7. Except if you just don't have what you are doing with your time. You just want to be doing content anyhow. But you have to be strategic. You have to understand the goal that you want to achieve. And um so, like I said, common mistakes include creating for yourself instead of your audience. Oh, we're stuffing episodes. You're just very selfish. You're just creating what only you like. It's not something that you feel like other people will be valuable to other people. You are just over stuffing people. You are creating 1 minute long video. You have everything is just overstimulating. You've attached like 100 things in that one video. I don't know how you want us to remember, but it's fine. Um, you're failing to make it signature. You're failing to make it signature and consistent. You're not consistent with your posting. Please be consistent with your posting. If you tell us watch out my video next week, I'll watch out because I support a lot of creators. Because I feel like another thing that's helped me was because I had a lot of people support me as well. So me, every capacity I have, when you post your video as a creator, me, I will retweet, I will comment, I will save your video. I will do everything I can to encourage you. So I think I was saying something before that I did a creators workshop, and there was one girl that I said, oh, I wanted to partner with a gadgets brand. We gave out a phone, we gave out an iPhone 11. I personally bought a tripod for somebody, for a content creator. It wasn't even part of it, but I realized how much I'd been putting myself out there. And she randomly made it, and she was like, oh, that she has like, she feels she has like some gadgets that she really wish that she could get, that like, she's just praying out God would do that. And I entered the other day, I was like, oh, can I get you a tripod? And because she's part of my community, she's always very active. I see her put out our content. And the gadget brand gave out an iPhone 11, also gave out a tripod, gave out tote bags, gave out what's it called, power bank, gave out a drive, like a flash drive. Is it flash drive they call it, or this hard drive that you can use to store like a lot of information? So be consistent. When people see that you're consistent, it's easier for us to say, oh, let's talk about your creator journey. It's easier for people to say, and the thing is that on Twitter, you can be visible, you can position yourself, you can get clients. I remember last year someone said, oh, I need a social media manager, and a lot of people were recommending my friend. Immediately I said I recommended my friend because I know that she's good. So it's very easy once you are building in public. And the thing is, I'll say this to end my long talk. When I started putting myself out there, when I started doing the first ever series I created for myself was the things that I learned in marketing. When I started putting those contents out there, I didn't do it because it is now later when I started putting my videos, my faces as content. I'm always like, my videos have to do really well. My videos have to do 50K views. My videos have to do 60K views. But truthfully, when I started, I didn't start with the aim of, I hope that people will like my video. Like I said, I was actually sharing the things that I was learning in real time. I will share social media updates as part of, like, I'll just throw in one update there. I will share in one tip there. I will share things that I've learned because I try to read a lot of marketing books. I will share some of those things there. And I will post and I will just go. I wasn't posting because I wanted people to save that content or find it, or I really, really wanted engagement. But I noticed over time, the more people engage in my content, they're like, oh my God, I didn't know. There was the time I talked about priming, there was the time I talked about different things. And people were like, oh, I didn't know this thing existed. I mean, I just learned it last week. Do you get? So I was also increasing my knowledge. But I wasn't doing it because I wanted to be very visible or anything. But as I started putting myself out there, I started defining my goals really, really well. At first, I was just enjoying it. But later, I started becoming even more intentional. That was the reason why I said the more you put yourself out there, the more you find clarity. Sometimes a lot of us want to learn all the skills now. A lot of us want to have all the good habits now. But the thing is, I read a book in Atomic Habits, and it says that it's better for you to start putting yourself or in helping your habits 1%. It's better than doing 1% every day for 365 days. You're going to wait for one day where you have all the perfect habits, you have the perfect sleep routine, you have all the good skills all in one day, just like that. But if you start putting yourself 1%, 1%, 1%, obviously I don't even expect it to be 1% for 365 days, but it would obviously increase. Do you get? Be strategic about what you are doing, execute intentionally, um execute immediately. That's my opinion. After 14 days, please just execute, put yourself out there, be very intentional, and start with what you have. Trust me, like, you will look back and you'll be like, I can't believe that this small thing that I started has skyrocketed into this thing.